Hey folks, welcome to the shop. I'm your host, Wess Brown, and today we're going to be going over the brand new Guru Rest by Redline. Super pumped to talk about this one today, so let's just get right into it. First thing I want to say, this is our first American-made product here at Redline, and it's the first time that we've ever partnered with AAE for this rest. AAE is well known for their amazing archery equipment, let alone what they can do to a rest, and so we're super pumped to bring the Guru to you as the hunters at an affordable price from America. So let's just get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about all the components and the features of this rest. So it's going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. And let's just get right to it. So the first thing you're going to notice here is obviously the mount. You have plenty of space here to move it forward and backwards for whatever bow that you have. You can notice here that the Mach 34, it has a pretty skinny riser, and I was still able to bring it all the way up so it has a really good fit to the back part of that riser, like I like it. You'll also notice you have your body of the rest of the the rest of the rest. You have the whole body here. You have your vertical screw here so you can make your adjustments up and down, and you have your horizontal up here so you can make your adjustments left and right. Now on top of that left and right adjustment on the launcher itself, you'll notice we have two set screws right here on the axle, and by loosening those you can go left or right for further adjustment however you want it. The one thing you'll notice that there is no micro adjust. In my opinion, with this rest and what I've done with it, I don't need it. What's really cool is you have your lines here, your alignment lines for your vertical and horizontal, and they're very, very fine lines so that when you do have to make adjustments, you know that you're able to make very, very tiny adjustments like we all know that you have to do with a rest to get that perfect bullet hole through paper. It really makes you understand what your rest is doing, where it's at, and it's very easy to adjust. On top of that, obviously you see you have your whole entire body here. Inside of this, everything is perfectly sealed as far as all the components that it has. You'll have your activation knob here, activation cord, you have your set screw for your activation cord, and then you have a few other adjustment screws here for replacement reasons, or just other further adjustments that you and your dealer can deal with if you end up wanting to do something like that. Obviously over on this side we have the launcher. And again, the launcher has those set screws so you can move it left and right. And then you have your capture arm here, and it has two screws on this side so that you can adjust it up and down, or you can replace that capture arm altogether. What you see on the capture arm is this, what some people would call felt or something like that, but it's actually called pigskin. And this is very unique to AAE and what they came out with. And I mean, we'll do some other videos on the really cool aspects of the pigskin, but I'm just here to tell you that it is the most silent fabric I've ever put on a launcher in my entire life, that I cannot hear an arrow slide across it. You'll see that it looks abrasive, if you will, like a Brillo pad. It doesn't feel that way, and it certainly doesn't guide the arrow as if you would think of a Brillo pad. So kind of get that out of your head. I had to at first as well. Super unique thing, and it's really, really cool to have on your launcher. Now let's get into the internals. Now there's probably a few things you've seen me do with this that you're trying to figure out what's going on. And the first thing is how the launcher comes up and then falls down. Now the first thing I'll say is that on the inside of this is of all the internals, there is a Sear system. It is a very simple Sear system that is different from all the other cable driven rests out there. And all it is that one, the rest has to be manually put up. You're gonna think that that's an inconvenience, but honestly, as a process of archery, I kind of like it a lot more. So I have to bring this up, but what's really nice is I can't press it down. This is very flexible. Super flexible. I've had this caught on a lot of things and it hasn't broke, but you'll notice that I cannot push this down. Other rests out there, I can trick that system inside of here and I can push that down, maybe wearing it down a little bit more than I should, but this one here, I cannot do it, which is really, really cool. And the only way it'll go down is if I use this activation knob. Now, the simple way, if you're leaving the woods and you want to just put that rest down so it doesn't get caught on anything, all you got to do is take this with light pressure and push it down, and it trips the sear inside of the rest. On this, with that Sear system, it has a natural anti-kickback within the system itself. And what's really cool about that Sear system is timing. Now, when you're trying to set up a rest like this, especially a cable driven, you're trying to get the perfect timing, right? What I've noticed with this rest itself is that if you look on the activation knob, you have a white line right here. And then on the body, you're gonna have 2 lines right here. And those 2 lines is really the tolerance area of where this can be timed at and the launcher still fall down at the right time. And so you'll notice that if I go at least all the way to right there, the launcher drops. If I go all the way down, the launcher drops. So if you're in the back country or if you're in your basement and you don't want to sit there and have to pull back a million times trying to make sure that you have the perfect timing, you don't have to. As long as that line on the activator knob touches one of those 2 lines there, your launcher is going to fall. It's super simple. It makes it really easy to install, and you know, it makes it really easy to replace the activation cord here, which is, you know, just a piece of D-loop material out in the back country. You'll also notice in other down cable rests is that when this does come back, the rest wants to come up, right? So when it comes up and then it locks in place, when you go to draw again, you'll notice that some launchers on other products want to come up. This one doesn't. It stays in place, and that's going to help you perfect your center shot. That means that you don't have to put it on a you know, knock high or maybe knock low, depending on how you're shooting. You know that when you come into full draw, that rest stays in the same spot it did when you were setting your center shot up, setting up this rest originally. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about with this particular rest is that it has gone through over 250,000 shot iterations. Now, I don't know about you, I don't know any other product out there that is a rest that goes through that many shot iterations without failure. This, for me right now, it's perfect. It does not fail. I don't think it'll ever fail. And just the reassurance that it's made in America, it's built by 2 incredible archery companies, and 3, it's tested. It is truly tested before it even gets to your guys' hands. Not only have I've shot deer, hogs, and a once in a lifetime bear for me with this thing, and I've put in all my trust into it, guys. And this is a lot, at least coming from me. If you don't know me, it's okay. But yeah, so anyway, guys, the brand new Guru Rest by Redline, powered by AAE. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.